Hey, good evening, Wiregrass, and welcome to tonight's show. You're on the Napa Trojan Auto Parts Preview Show. We got a great game planned for you tonight. We're going to have the coach of Elba High School, Pate Harrison, as well as hopefully another call in from Coach Roland Jones of Brantley as we preview next week's big matchup, or this week's big matchup rather, as the Brantley Bulldogs travel to Elba to face the Elba Tigers in a big 1A matchup in Coffee County. We want to thank everybody that tuned in last week. We had the Luverne at Brantley game. We're going to talk more about that as the show goes along and have some highlights for you. But before we get started in that, I'd like to go into some of last week's other action. The Luverne-Brantley score was 21-17. We'll see that in a minute. Eufaula 29-7 over Alma Bryant. Wicksburg 27-14 over Rehoboth. Zion Chapel 37-12 over Kinston as the Rebels have a 2-game win streak going there, and this will be Kinston's homecoming this week. Georgiana 30-13 over Goshen. Georgiana looking strong. Geneva 16-0 winners over Sampson. Houston Academy winners 42-39 against Florella. A lot of close matchups this week across the Wiregrass. Northview 35-14 over Enterprise. The Elba GW Long game was canceled due to some weather delays and field conditions there in Elba. Daleville 10-8 winners over Strong in a close game. Providence Christian 32-7 over Dale County. The New Brockton Gamecocks keep their winning streak alive, 42-10 over Cottonwood this week. Ashford 28-18 over Houston County. Ayrton 35-32 in another nail-biting game down in Slocum. Andalusia big winners 55-7 over the Ott Bobcats this week. Pike Glib 65-13 over Abbeville Christian. And Early County 13-0 over Dothan. The Pike County keeping their win streak going, and the Pike Liberal Patriots 65-13 again over Abbeville. We want to thank everybody from the Crenshaw County Board of Education, Mr. Hawthorne, the superintendent of Crenshaw County Schools, as well as Brantley's principal, Mr. Odom. We want to thank them for allowing us to come down to Brantley this past week. It was a great atmosphere for high school football. Both Luverne and Brantley both had full houses, great performances by the band, cheerleaders, an exceptional display of sportsmanship before the game, celebrating Cancer Awareness Month and all the great things going on there at Brantley, remembering the legacy of Alex. It was a great game, all we could ask for at Wiregrass Sports. Very exciting throughout. Each team, every time someone took a lead, the other team come back. It was a very back and forth game, came down to the end. A lot of big plays by both sides. We'll get into the highlights here as Luverne comes out on top this week in Crenshaw County.
They get the snap off in time. It's bobbled a little bit. That kick almost blocked, but sneaks through the uprights, and there's a field goal good by the Bulldogs to get on the board here, 3-0 with 7:52 to go in the first quarter. Clock under 3 minutes. He does check off, sending some type of signal to his outside wide receivers here as the Brantley defense actually swaps a few people around as well. Man in motion, they snap, looking to throw to the left. Got a man down that way, that's number 1, and he makes an over-the-shoulder catch. That'll be a touchdown for the Luverne Tigers as they take the lead 6-3 here with 2:48 to go in the first quarter. Some late substitutions by the Tiger defense. Shot under center again as they hand it off to number 24, and it looks like he's in the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown, Bulldogs. They will take the lead 9-7 here with 7:20. Third quarter rather. Let's see what the Bulldogs can do here, and the Luverne defense really needs to show up here with a goal line stand to keep them in the lead. Quarterback hands it off to number 5 around left side. He makes a man miss with a stiff arm. He dives for the pylon. The signal is touchdown, and the Bulldogs have retaken the lead again. Now your score, Brantley 15. Clock moving, Brantley content here to try to do it on the ground, see if they can't take some of this clock away. They fake the handoff this time, looking to the left. Quarterback thinking about keeping it now. He makes a man miss, tries to throw it. The ball's going to be intercepted. That ball's going to be returned for a Luverne Tiger touchdown. And the score has changed again, another lead change. Luverne with an interception to return for a touchdown here. Chase Wright. Touchdown Luverne Tigers there.
All right, Coach Roland Jones. Coach, great job tonight by your team. It was a great matchup for these fans. Back and forth game. Obviously, you came up on the short end tonight. Tell us about how hard your guys played tonight and what your takeaways are from the game.
Well, I told my guys at the first of the year that we had to try to be good by week 7. We played a very good Luverne football team. And, last week we played Georgiana and we didn't think we played our best. And these guys come out and they fought to the end. And, we got a lot of young kids, 9th grade quarterback, 10th grade lineman, and a lot of young kids, but they fought and fought and fought, and I'm proud of each and every one of them.
Well, Coach, it was a great game. Your team responded every single time. Luverne come in undefeated. I'm sure you were, probably a little concerned coming into this challenge with some of your younger guys, but they responded and responded and responded, and this could be the type of loss that really springboard your team into later in the season.
Yeah, Luverne's had a lot of team speed, and we was worried about their team speed, and my coaching staff is unbelievable. They have worked their butt off to prepare for this, and I couldn't ask for a better game out of our guys. They executed the game plan on every aspect, from special teams all the way through, and I couldn't ask for a better performance. We get some bad calls. I thought was a little questionable, inadvertent whistle, touchdown call back, but that's part of life.
Yes,
I mean, everything, they're going to be bumps in the road in life, and we got to learn from this, and we got to grow from this, and things like this make you a better person, and I think it'll make our bunch better. I think it'll make them more hungry, and life's not easy, and things like this will really make it tough on you.
Well, Coach, I know this one stings, being a county rivalry, etc., but you don't get much time to feel sorry for yourself as you have to turn around next week. We're going to be covering you guys live again as you travel to Elba next week. How do you turn the page and start Monday preparing for the Tigers?
Well, like I said, these kids are young. They don't know. I mean, it's not – we wanted to beat Luverne. That was big. But, our goal at the end is to be the best we can be. And if the record's 5-5 or 7-3 or 13-2 or whatever it is if we're the best we can be, we've accomplished what we set to do this year.
Well, Coach, you played great tonight. We were thrilled to have you on Wiregrass Sports. You represented your community well. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
All right. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate having you. Okay. Thank y'all, guys.
Hey, we're here live with Coach Riles of Luverne High School tonight. Coach, probably more of a game than many people thought, but you knew it was going to be a battle here with this rivalry. It always is. Records don't matter. Statistics don't matter. Coach, I don't know if you were aware, but every single time a team took the lead, the other team come back and retook the lead. It was back and forth all night long and came down to the absolute last seconds of the game. Give us your thoughts right after this big win for the Luverne.
Well, a lot of excitement. I mean, I tip my hat to Brantley. I mean, those guys played their behinds off. You couldn't have had a better game plan. They executed well, played good. I mean, Coach Jones and those guys, like I say, I told them, I said, you guys play that well the rest of the year, y'all going to be the 1A state champions. Because I'm telling you, they really played well and probably deserved to win the game. But our guys resilient. We just hung in there. I told them, I said, you never know when a play's going to happen. You just never know.
That's right.
You just got to play as, every play from time the ball snap to the end of that whistle every play. Just go to the end, and you never know what'll happen. And we got a nice break down there on that little –
the interception return for a touchdown.
We really couldn't see the whole thing. We just saw the ball there, and next thing our guys going.
Well, it was a great effort play by both teams on that play.
Yeah.
The Luverne quarterback, the Brantley quarterback was trying to fight for extra yardage, but your guys was in the position to make the play after they avoided the sack. Definitely a springboard opportunity here for both programs coming off a tight win like this. Obviously, you keep the undefeated season going. How do you look forward to next week now and get off of this emotional win and just get back to basics?
Yeah, anytime, like I say, Luverne and Brantley play is huge. Emotions running, emotions run high. I mean, our kids know theirs. We do everything pretty much together all the time. So we just got to, go back to work. We didn't get a lot of practice this week, and that was not good for us. We had a lot of rain, and I think we went outside really one day and got about an hour or so in. It was just the way it worked,
That's right.
So we got to really get back to the grind, and hopefully we'll have a good week of practice next week, because Goshen has a good team too. I mean, they played in a semifinal game last year to go to state championship, and they still good this year. They lost some guy, but they still good, so we got to play football.
Well, Coach, it was our pleasure at Wiregrass Sports to have you guys on twice this season. We hope to see you again later in the playoffs and wish you the best of luck rest of the way. Take care, Coach. Thank you for joining us.
We will. Thank you for having us.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So as you can see, a great game there, 4-point game between the Luverne Tigers and the Brantley Bulldogs. We want to thank both coaches for taking the time after the game, especially Coach Jones after a tough loss to have a word with Wiregrass Sports, and we look forward to both of those teams having success as the season goes along. We're going to take a short break and get a word from our sponsors. We're going to be right back with Elba head coach Pate Harrison after this short break.
Stop by and see owners Mike and Melissa Kilcrease and their Napa Know-How team with over 100 years of combined experience. We're the only locally owned parts store in Pike County, and we're fully stocked and ready to serve you. We pride ourselves on being your go-to parts store, not only for the simple items, but we specialize in those hard-to-find items as well. Trojan Auto Parts, the right part at the right price at the right time. Napa, a name you've trusted here in Troy since 1945.
Know-how, Napa Know-how.
When you want the best for your pet, choose Southern Animal Hospital and Pet Resort. Our passionate and dedicated staff will make your pet feel as if they were at home. We are a full-service small animal hospital covering all areas of veterinary medicine. Dr. Steve Barron makes sure that all clients are well informed and satisfied with services. We are equipped with an indoor boarding facility, surgery suite, laboratory, digital x-ray, and ultrasound. Choose the best care possible for the ones you love dearest with Southern Animal Hospital and Pet Resort.
Hook's Barbecue, down-home barbecue in a counter-served setting, located on Emma Drive off of Highway 231 in Troy, Alabama.
Well, it finally happened, Zachary. Somebody burned down my she shed.
Nobody burned down your she shed, Cheryl.
Well, my she shed's on fire.
Your she shed was struck by lightning.
Zachary, is my she shed covered by State Farm?
Your she shed's covered, Cheryl.
You hear that, Victor? I'm getting a new she shear she shed.
She shear?
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful news.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Burris Gracie today.
Welcome back to the Napa Trojan Auto Parts Preview Show. We're joined live by Elba head coach Pate Harrison. Pate's a guy that I've known literally since I was 8 or 9 years old, since we played Little League ball together. Pate, a graduate of New Brockton. Pate, thank you for joining us on the show tonight. And if you would, tell the audience in the Wiregrass here a little bit about yourself and your background.
Josh, thanks for having me. Like he said, I'm originally from New Brockton, played right here in the Wiregrass my whole life. Graduated from New Brockton, went and played at Troy. And then went on to coach at Sampson for a few years, and then Goshen. Took over the head job at Dale County, and I was there for the last 6 years, and then took this job back 6-7 months ago here in Elba.
Well, I know Elba's close to your hometown, and you're familiar with their tradition and their program there, and you're taking over after a guy that had some success. Tell us what it's like to be the head coach at Elba, and what you're doing to put your stamp on this program and they transition under the Harrison era.
I mean, it's exciting, being from this area. We've always known what it's about. We played against them. We've known, me and Ed worked together at Goshen, so I've known Ed for a long time. Coach McGill, who was here on staff, actually coached me in high school. So I had a lot of connections with the people here already. Mr. Mosley, the superintendent, is the guy who hired me at Dale County. He was on that committee, and he was one of the guys. He was the interim principal there. And he hired me at Dale County, and he called me about this job and gave me an opportunity here at Elba. And it's been exciting to be a part of a community that's all about football and all about winning. Get the support that you need to get things done, and having an understanding of an administration that is pro athletics is something that's great. Not saying that we didn't have that at Dale County. We had a great principal, great administrators there, but the community's mixed there. You got Grimes, Newton, Pinker, and all those different communities. They all kind of tie together. Here it's one city, one heartbeat, one goal, and it's just kind of exciting to have that nucleus.
Well, I know they're happy to have you there, and you're doing a great job. You're bringing the Tigers in undefeated, some big wins already on the season. What type of progress have you seen from this team? I know you're trying to make improvements each week, and what type of challenges do Brantley face as you look at this matchup particularly?
Oh, Brantley's got some great football players. I mean, they got a great football tradition. I don't know a lot of these teams in our region and stuff because we've been playing in Dale County, so a lot of these guys I don't know. So I'm having to catch up, and find out more about these teams and players. But I can tell you they got some kids that can flat out play. The Driggers kid, number 2, Kilcrease kid, just a freshman at quarterback, number 10's a wide receiver. I mean, they got some great athletes that are going to put us in situations that we're uncomfortable. Our kids just going to have to, we've been preaching today, get uncomfortable, stay uncomfortable. We're going to make sure we challenge ourselves to cover the pass and get after the quarterback, and then we'll same time, when we flip it around, we're going to have to block and run and catch and do the normal basic stuff that's where we've made mistakes. Everything that we've had has been self-inflicted. So we want to make sure we take care of the ball and do the things we're supposed to do. I feel like we can have some success.
Well, this is the first Elba game we've had the privilege of covering this year. If you would, tell the fans at home some of the players to watch on your team, and as well as maybe some of the unsung heroes in the trenches. If you could give us a few names to watch for Friday night.
Oh, we have a great group of guys. I guess the front liner is number 16, Alex Wright. He's I don't know what star recruit he is. He's got 17 offers. So I mean, he's something. I mean, he's got to have something. But he's done a great job for us. He's our defensive end, tight end. He's a big kid. He's 6'7". So I mean, he towers over everybody else. He's kind of the headliner that everybody wants to see.
Right.
But right behind him, who I really think is the best player in the Wiregrass. If not, I mean, and I would be able to challenge in the state. Richmond Singletary, number 5. He's a special athlete. He plays right back strong safety for us. And he's already at this game. I think he likes 100. I think it's 120 yards from already being a 1,000-yard rusher. And he's only played in 4 games. So right. I mean, the kid is special. We got a great group of junior offensive linemen in front of him. Starts with Chandler Coppage as our center. Amarian Terry for going money. Left guard. Bradley Atkins is just a sophomore. He's at tackle. Tom Ford's at tackle. And right now we've had a couple changes at right guard. We're not really settled on who's starting or not yet. So we're still kind of working some young guys in there. It's Jared Lowe and Watkins are in a good battle to see who comes out and starts Friday night. We ain't really announced a starter for them yet either. But on defense, we can flip it around. And when we talk about having one of the best playmakers, Desmond Robinson's already getting looks from Division I schools. He's our middle linebacker, and he's a special player. And then we got a big nose guard, Larry Burks, who's been our player of the week already once. He's just the bear of a man to block. Secondary's young, but improving every day. That's something we worked on all day today. There's a lot of kids, and we can keep hearing, we can name the whole group, and every one of them are special to me. And they're getting better every day, and that was our goal, is make sure we get better every single day and let the cards fall where they lay.
Well, Coach, that means a lot, and you mentioned a couple of the kids are, getting some attention. One player with 17 offers. I want to personally comment. I followed the Elba program since I graduated there in '99 myself, and played for Elba coming up, and I've followed very closely, and I couldn't help but notice over the summer that you, even though you were just getting your boots on the ground, so to speak, there in the job, I know that you traveled over the summer to a lot of different colleges, not just around here, but up the East Coast and up north. And, a lot of people don't understand that you guys do a lot more than just coach on Friday night. And I want to personally thank you, on behalf of Wiregrass and what all the coaches do to help these young men, advance their careers both on and off the field. So thank you for your time. And Wiregrass Sports is looking forward to being in Elba Friday night to cover this great matchup.
Hey, well, we appreciate it, man. The kids, some of them don't get an opportunity to go. So when the school calls and wants them to come, we're going to find a way to get them there. We appreciate you having us. We look forward to y'all coming back home. I read somewhere that you're going to have Coach Lowry with you up there.
That's correct.
We'll be glad to have him back in Elba, and we're looking forward to a huge crowd and a good game.
We expect both of that, and we look forward to seeing you Friday night. Hope to talk to you before and after the game. Pate, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you Friday night in Elba.
Hey, thanks for having me. Y'all come on and visit. Go Tigers.
All right, thank you. That was Pate Harrison, head coach of the Elba Tigers. We're going to take a short break, see if we can't get Roland Jones on the phone tonight. Roland's got a JV game in Georgiana, we understand, so we're not sure we'll catch him up, but we'll be back after a short message either way to give you some more notice about this game, and look forward to seeing you on Friday night. Thank you for tuning in to the Trojan Napa Auto Parts Preview Show.
Total Lawn Care Plus is your one-stop shop for lawn care, landscape, pressure washing, handyman work, and more. Licensed and insured with over 7 years commercial experience. Dozens of satisfied customers in Pike and 4 surrounding counties.
South Alabama Stockyard, now under new ownership, is still family owned and operated by cattle farmers right here in Southeast Alabama. Come every Thursday at 1 p.m. and join the best buyers and sellers from all over the area. Whether you come for the experience, looking at getting into the cattle business, or maintaining your farm and growing, South Alabama Stockyard is where all the farmers are. Vendors are on site every auction, so come on and have lunch with us. Located at 268 County Road 5522, Troy, Alabama.
Trojan Auto Parts of Troy, home of Napa Know-How. Stop by and see owners Mike and Melissa Kilcrease and their Napa Know-How team with over 100 years of combined experience. We're the only locally owned parts store in Pike County, and we're fully stocked and ready to serve you. We pride ourselves on being your go-to parts store, not only for the simple items, but we specialize in those hard-to-find items as well. Trojan Auto Parts, the right part at the right price at the right time. Napa, a name you've trusted here in Troy since 1945.
When you want the best for your pet, choose Southern Animal Hospital and Pet Resort. Our passionate and dedicated staff will make your pet feel as if they were at home. We are a full-service small animal hospital covering all areas of veterinary medicine. Dr. Steve Barron makes sure that all clients are well-informed and satisfied with services. We are equipped with an indoor boarding facility, surgery suite, laboratory, digital X-ray, and ultrasound. Choose the best care possible for the ones you love dearest with Southern Animal Hospital and Pet Resort.
Hook's Barbecue, down-home barbecue in a counter-served setting, located on Emma Drive off of Highway 231 in Troy, Alabama.
Well, it finally happened, Zachary. Somebody burned down my she shed.
Nobody burned down your she shed, Cheryl.
Well, my she shed's on fire.
The she shed was struck by lightning.
Zachary, is my she shed covered by State Farm?
Your she shed's covered, Cheryl.
You hear that, Victor? I'm getting a new she shed.
She shed? Mm-hmm. That's wonderful news.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Burrise Gracie today.
Hey, and welcome back to the Napa Trojan Auto Parts Preview Show. We're unable to get up with Coach Jones tonight, but we're going to have some of the upcoming games scrolling across the bottom of your screen for you to keep up with. We'll keep up with scores and updates from all the action around the Wiregrass. We can't wait. This week's game, we're going to be live from Elba Friday night at 7 o'clock. As Pate Harrison mentioned, we're going to have Coach David Lowry joining us. For those of you that don't know, Coach Lowry was my head coach at Elba High School, coached a couple years there. Won a state championship as an assistant under Mac Wood, and then went on to win 2 state championships at Brantley. So there's nobody that's more uniquely positioned to neutrally cover this game. He still lives around the Brantley area, and he's got some relatives that plays on Elba's team. Coach undertook a 130-20 record at Brantley en route to 2 state championships there, and had a winning record at Elba over a couple years as well. So we're thrilled to have him on the broadcast. He'll be very familiar with both programs, the history of both programs, and it'll be a treat to get some of his insight throughout the game, so I look forward to having him on. Coach Jones, again, unable to join us tonight as the Brantley JV program is engaged in action on a road game, and he couldn't get with us. But we appreciate his time and effort each week as he took the time to join us after last week's game, and I'm sure we'll get some remarks from him. These two schools are about 18 miles apart, even though Elba's in Coffee County and Brantley's in Crenshaw County, but these schools have been a rivalry for the last 20 years, and now that Elba has made the fall to 1A, should be a big matchup with a lot of playoff implications, a lot of home field, both teams highly ranked, and I know that each team will be very fired up. We want to thank you for tuning in tonight. We want to thank also Hook's Barbecue providing the food tonight. Thank you all for joining us, and tune back in 7 o'clock Friday night as we come live from Elba High School for the Elba High School versus Brantley Bulldog football game this week. Thank you for tuning in to the Napa Trojan Auto Parts Preview Show.